This is not a sponsored review and it's bought with my own money. Good evening and welcome back to Going Wild again. Today I've been out and I've been looking at purchasing a new tent. And it was a very hard decision of what type of tent that I wanted to buy, because I have quite a variety of different styles. If you look at some of my vlogs, you'll be able to see that I've got a kind of four-man tent where I can put a motorbike in. Got a two-man tent. So I was looking for something that I can stick in a backpack, so that might give you an indication of where I'm going with this. Something light, something easy, but I wanted to have a very good product at a very keen price. And what I've noticed is the price of all the tents have gone up. So let's take the Helm 2, my favourite tent, which I've got. The Helm 2 tent I bought for £140 pre-pandemic, and now it's more in the ballpark of £220, £240. So where can I buy a low budget tent that'll do me for 3 seasons and be hydroscopically good for really rainy, inclement weather? What I've purchased might not be up your street, and you might say, no, I don't like that. Well, I've gone on a punt with a totally obscure make, not made in this country. You won't like the colour maybe, but maybe you will. And it'll fit in a backpack very easily. Smaller than the Helm 2, but at a price range which is, well, let's watch the video and find out. I'll show you the packaging and we'll do the unboxing, and then we'll progress into obviously putting this tent up and looking at what our first thoughts and feelings are all about. And then in another 3 to 6 months I'll do a full review of this tent. So bear with us, keep on board, don't forget ding the bell and subscribe, get some notifications. But you know, you're there now, so subscribe now. Yeah, you don't have to wait, you can subscribe straight away. Just press the little button that says subscribe. Help my channel out immensely. I haven't enough subscribers, but I want a few more. And if you like camping and motorcycling and drone flying, oh, the list is so bloody big. So this is the tent in the box. Give you an idea, that's my hand. It's 1, 2, it's 3 hands long. So it's a small compact tent that's very light and easy to pack away in your backpack. The specification on this tent is amazing for a one-man tent, and yet it's so spacious inside and you'll get all your gear in. And it's got a 5-minute erection, so it's totally fulfills everything. So basically inside the packaging we have got 10 6-inch tent pegs, and then they've got obviously Zempire written on it. These are meant to be high-end tent makers in New Zealand. It's basically got one pole which is red, and then the black bits on a swivel, and it's got a cross pole on. So that's literally all the bits for this, and obviously the fly and the tent itself. So let's get that out. Okay, so what we've got is inner tent pitched first, and it's got one major red pole that goes right over lengthways, and then it's got this cross pole that goes into these little grommets here, and that stops the end bit there, the flap stops it rubbing on your tent. I think that's quite cool. And basically it's a free standing tent. I'll give it dimensions in a bit. So that's 6 pegs that, and then 4-foot fly, I think. Yep. Because there's clips on the other end. That's brilliant. Right, let's carry on. So we're just going to roll that door up and put it in this side pocket, which is very handy and easy to do. Okay, let's have a look at this Zenpire Atom. Now it's been pitched. So I've got the door fully open, so it opens to a full V on the side. You can have a half V, you can have still, so you can put your bag in, or you can have it fully open like this. It's a good big door to be able to get in and get your stuff in and out. I like that. And it's got a nice sloping pitch on the top which sheds water very easily. And then it's quite narrow, but you get a mat and you've probably got 15 centimetres inside once you've got your mat in. I think that's good. I like the cross pole along the top, that helps. Got a bit of sun glare going on. And then inside we've got a pocket each side, and then we've got another separate pocket to actually stuff the door in there, this corner. I'll put the dimensions on the screen so you can see it. It's got a great bathtub. The fly's 5,000. Okay, this is the tent with the door partially open, so you've got enough space for your rucksack in the middle. And then it's a mesh all the way around tent inside, and then it's got a bathtub floor, which is very useful because it comes up about 3 inches, 4 inches maybe. Okay, let's have a walk round of this Zenpire Atom adventure tent from New Zealand. So this is, I don't think it's either the front or the back because they're both the same. It's a narrow tent. Obviously the door is open, but the door comes out to where the plastic is here. I'll show you that in a moment. This is the back side of the tent, so I like the shape. I do like the shape here. Right, you're coming in. You'll stay there. Come in. So in the middle it's got sitting space. I'm on a bit of an angle, falling back towards the back of the tent at the moment, so the ground's not level, so that makes it a bit tricky. Inside we can sit up. Let's have a go at lying down and see how much room we've got. I mean, we've got more than enough room. I think we've got 6'6", but in the middle here, this is where it's at its longest. So your pad, you'd be sleeping slightly with your head this side, I think. Not sure. looks to be enough space between that and the good 2.5 inch. Like I say, down there it's a bit less, but full mesh all the way around, because it's more of a summer tent than a winter tent. It's got pockets. Oh yeah, it's got pockets on the sides here. See that? So we can basically stuff that's in there. As a one-man tent, it's spacious, it's long, and I think well built. My overall first impression is it's easy to pitch. It's got a good hydroscopic head and ground sheet on it. It's only 10 pegs and 1 pole. And now I know how it goes up. I reckon on a non-windy day we've got like 5-10 minutes to sort this. I like it because it's mesh, it'll keep you cool. The fly, depending on the ground and how it's pitched, won't go right down to the floor. So my garden's slightly skewed, so it's about 2 inch away from the ground all the way around. Enough to shed water. Okay, let's take it down, see how we go. It's quite a big porch in that, if you look. It's not so bad at all, I don't think. I think it's big enough for your rucksack laid down, especially if you take some plastic for the front. Right. Okay, so the Zempire Atom sleeps 1 person. It's 700i aluminium 8.5mm poles. Its fly fabric is 70D 210T ripstop polyester. Water head rating on the fly, I thought it was 3, but it's 5,000mm. The inner dimensions, okay. The floor material is 150D poly Oxford, whatever that means. Internal floor area is 1.80 meters squared. The inner fabric is 40D 48 gram mesh, UV rating UPF 50, and the weight of it is 1.86 kilograms or 4.10 pounds. That's with all the components, that's with the poles and the pegs. Okay, pack dimensions are 48 by 13 by 13 centimeters. So I think my first impression is it's a good little tent, and it kind of works. I've just got one webbing strap and I don't know where that goes, because the only clip it goes into is each end where the fly clips into, and there isn't a second clip for the fly. So I'm not so sure about the webbing. I'll have another look to see if it goes inside, but can't see it going inside. Anyway, I think it looks okay. Very good hydrostatic head on it, very good bathtub floor. Sleeps 1 person. You will get your gear in there, your rucksack, you will get possibly a dog in there, you'll get all your gear. You've got a little place to cook on a dual entry door where you can open it halfway then open it full. It's a bit of a weird design, but I kind of like it. I think it's alright, and I have to say that this is the first one to be imported into this country. Won't tell you where I bought it from because there's only one person selling it, but they have a range of I think there's 2 of these or so. This is the 1 man, and I think I saw a 3-man as well. I didn't see a 2-man, but I saw a 3-man. Yeah, that's right. Some people don't like the orange. It reminds me of the Vanguard tents of old, the canvas Vanguard tent Force 10s. They were built to last, weren't they? Blimey, wish I still had one of them in good order. So, all I can hope for is when I take the Atom out for the first time, that it holds down to the weather. It says don't use in extremely windy conditions, so I'm thinking like above 30 mile an hour. But that I won't be out in them kind of weathers. I think this is a summer, autumn, going into early part of winter tent. I don't think it is designed for snow. It's the fly sitting a couple of inch off the floor all the way round. It's got not a lot of peg out points. It's only 10 peg out points, and there is only 2 guy lines on it because there's an internal frame, of course. So I like the internal frame. I like how it lifts it away from the tent, and some people might just not be happy with this, but some people in England, because you know this is an American style tent, New Zealand, an American style, because it's the inner pitched first, and people don't like that. People want it to be an all-in-one tent, but well, you just wait till it eases off a bit, and if it doesn't ease off, it's 4 pegs. Put your fly sheet on, another 4 pegs, and at least you've got to throw everything in your inside, and you're raring to go. I mean, I don't think that's an hardship. I think once you get skilled at putting this tent up, don't forget, this is the first time I've put this tent up, so I think it can be done in the rain 7 minutes. Once you're on it, once you know what you're doing. And I don't think that's awkward at all. I think that's easy. 7 minutes of rain outside. Yeah, well, it's what it is, isn't it? Take a cloth with you if you're that worried. The question is, will the Atom stand up to the weather when it's raining? And I think it will. I think if it's a 500 millimetre hydroscopic head, why should it not? I mean, most tents are only 2 to 3, so this is 5. I think this will be absolutely more than shed the water. I don't think you get wet in there. I think if anything, if it was blowing a hoolie, you might get water splashing up from the 2-inch gap at the bottom. But I think if you guy it out a bit more, I think you'll probably press that down another 1/2 inch. Anyway, I'll do another walk round, let you have another look, take more of a video, show you the seams. It's got quite a lot of seams that have been sealed on the fly. This is the first tent I've owned where it's been inner pitched on a frame first. I always said I wouldn't buy one, but for this kind of money, I think this is a high-end 3-season tent that is light, and it's good for backpacking. It's easy to pack away, it's easy to pitch. What more could you ask for? Price? Go and research it. There is a supplier in the UK. Right, let's go and get some more video. So the door's got one toggle there, just an elasticated toggle there. It's small enough to go backpacking, car camping, bike, motorcycle camping. It'll pack in a pannier, in a backpack, in a rucksack. Keep your poles separate. You can get this even smaller than this. It's a very good 3-season tent to take on any adventure. It's a 1-man tent, but it's very good spec. It's from New Zealand. And don't let that put you off, but it is an American style tent where the inner gets pitched first and then the outer gets pitched afterwards. The poles are a bit shorter, well, yeah, a little bit shorter than the tent. I don't know if you can quite see that. A bit shorter than the tent. And then obviously you've got some 10 pegs.